I love to hide. For me, hiding always been the best, because when you hide, it means like you separate from what is going on and you have time to analyze what is going on. Half of my life I've been hiding and coming up, preparing an attack. My family, like my granddad passed away when he was 99 years old, my grandma 97, the other grandma 92, and the other grandfather, I think he was 92 too. That means, if his death is what is waiting for me, I have a long way to go still. I better prepare myself.
And the American Fashion Award goes to Miguel Adrover.
Thank you, New York.
Miguel just was like a stormtrooper, took over the industry. I've never seen so much publicity for a designer, and he deserved it. In a funny way, when he was like using part of a Burberry trench or part of a Vuitton handbag or luggage, that was maybe the beginning of doing things to fabrics.
Oh my God. This belonged to the Métis collection, and is a piece of fabric that I find in Luxor when I was building my house there, and it was used as a purpose of the top of a meat market, and they tell me it was about 80 years old, and it's appliqué done by hand on patchwork with the Islamic motif. It was a lot of problem to get it into the United States because in immigration, when we pack it and we send it down there, they say it was infected with bacteria, you know, and everything. But in the end, we get it down there. And I'm gonna show you another piece. Then he got me almost to court, you know, in New York. Well, it was not the only one. He almost got me to court. But this one Marian Bravo, I think he was the CEO of the company of Burberry's. And then, I don't know, this piece is, I would say, one of the pieces that can put this on the map, you know, somehow. It was, a lot of people put a lot of attention on this piece, and it was on the cover of many magazines, you know.
I think there was excitement because there was a lot of resources thrown at Miguel, which meant he could do whatever he wanted in a way. I mean, pick whatever fabrics he wanted. But with that came, I think, problems. I think it was a real, I mean, for me, it was a real story of too much, too quickly. And I think Miguel and I would probably disagree on this because we always had that disagreement. You know, he was much more ready and exuberant about embracing the possibility of partnering with someone with finance.
On one side you had Miguel, the absolutely extraordinary tailor, who really made and cut very fine and totally wearable clothes, actually very suited to a kind of New York working woman's way of life. But on the other side was Miguel the rebel, maybe not even rebel, but deep thinker. You know, the collection that shocked people most in New York was the one that was dubbed an Arab collection. And, I mean, it wasn't that at all, but it did have that element in it of Arabia. And there was really, almost in retrospect, because of 9/11, so I think this show, I can't remember exactly, must have been about 10 years ago. I think in retrospect, the whole terrible events of 9/11 somehow put Miguel in that whole terrible things that happened at that time.
Sì, ma neanche per Paola. Ok. Un beso, poi già ti chiediamo quando arriviamo. Ok. There. Oh my god. That was the cops on the phone. I hate cops. Not everybody who wears a uniform is an honest person. I experiment that myself many times, you know, because the way I dress, or because the way I look maybe, or because, I don't know why, you know, but they always bring me trouble without me ever looking for trouble, you know. The last time I was in Egypt, I got stopped by the police because I was wearing a galabea and the turban in Luxor, and I was walking with two friends of mine, and I got a stop, and I don't have my passport with me. I only have an ID. They say they don't recognize it like the identification, and they take me inside the jail there, and I spent 3 days. And on the end, you know, they tell I asked them to give me an explanation, why they locked me in. And they say because I look like Baladi. And Baladi is the mainstream, I would say, in Egypt, but is 90% of the population, I would say is the regular people, the people that most of them, they're really, really poor. And they don't have no power in court, they don't have no power anywhere, in Egypt. And that's what happened, sometimes it's really funny. I got locked in jail because I look like an Egyptian in Egypt, that's really funny. But that's have a lot to do with clothing too. I mean, here we go once again. Tengo que dar una spray. Nin. Daya boy. Nin. Nin sa ka pakidao. Ha? Sì. Vedi, guarda, che io ducerei già perché stai alla lì a spray. Io ducerei.
No, se lei ha fatto spray non la duce?
No.
No.
Che ne parla massa. Ha? Ja, das sì. Bien.
No, la duce, non lo studiare.
Bien. Ah, bien. Dios. Ahora verás. Nin. Nin. Ah, voy. Ah, boy. Ven aquí, ven aquí. Nen. Ven aquí.
Cuando era pequeño, le compraba una camiseta en invierno, manga larga. A cabo de 8 días, veía la camiseta sin manga, digo, ¿y qué has hecho? Me gustaba más así. Bueno, se había cortado la manga y llevaba sin mangas. Le compraba una sin manga y a cabo de unos días llevaba las mangas hasta aquí. Así es que sí. Pero
Cuando era pequeño le gustaba mucho a jugar a estos indios de plástico.
cosas de...
Indios de plástico, indios, que los ponía una hilera y uno con pistola y otro.
Uno mataba a otro.
Sí, y el primer paso que ha hecho en Nueva York lo ha hecho de los indios. Yo estaba el primer paso que ha hecho en Nueva York. ha hecho como una selva con unas cañas pequeñas, unas cañas que venían así.
Pero no sé, él luego sabe, ¿no?
Unas cañas que venían, primero eran bajitas y después iban más altas, más altas. Esta estaba todo metido en una cosa que se podía meter, en donde tenía que hacer el pase. Y era todo como muy bonito. Estaba todo inclinado así. Y la primera mujer que salió era una mujer sin ropa. Llevaba la cara tapada. Una mujer sin ropa salió primero. Que los indios, la selva, van así. Antes iban sin ropa los indios. Y el segundo, ya no me acuerdo.
El segundo no iba a tener.
Sí, no, el segundo no. Bueno, la última vez que fuimos, fue el desfile y después el día siguiente ya cayeron.
El segundo.
No.
El segundo tú veniste.
El
segundo va a venir, papá.
No se acuerda. Yo fui a uno y fue estupendo, estupendo. Nunca en mi vida veré nada tan bonito como esto, ¿eh?
Venga, hágala.
Pero es verdad, me gustó mucho y la gente también.
La gente allí, toda la gente estaba loca de aplauso y toda la gente gritando y palmadas, muy bonito.
This kind of business, is not people are not able to relax that much, And I'm in a position right now that I think I can relax if I wanted, for a while. But I don't know if I really that what I will be happy, I think I will be miserable, down here too. Just like letting the days go by. I live in this house next to here for almost 3 months when I was building my house. They sleep with the buffaloes inside the house.
Assalamu alaikum. Taman.
After September 11, I moved to Egypt and I lived there for 8 months. And I worked like a taxi driver, but with the carriage and with the horse, And I used to take tourists and also local people. We got our phone plugs, in New York. We thought it was the FBI and the CIA, because I just, before that, I just sent, a lot of money by Western Union because I was just to build my house there, and I buy the horses, and everything. And I traveled to Egypt, so many times, like almost 4 or 6 times a year. And of course, I guess that show on my record. And And also, like, I done to collection, you know, one it was based on the, you know, on Egypt, you know what I mean, on all the social classes there and everything. And it was, I even remember I have like pictures of the Taliban, you know what I mean, on the wall, you know what I mean, for inspiration and everything, you know, but related to costumes, you know what I mean, not related to politics or to religion. The September 11th, it was such a coincidence, you know, of everything. My daddy was there, you know, when that happened. He saw the first plane going down very, very low and crash into the tower. You know, my father don't even know what the twin towers they were. And he came running to, you know, to the studio, to my apartment and wake me up and say, you know, something really crazy happened. You know, I mean, I saw a really big plane, you know, going really low and crashing in one of that towers. And I was so tired, you know, because the day before we got the show, you know, Utopia, and I wake up and I run with him, you know, to the roof of the apartment, and I saw the second plane crashing just right there, and I remember I freak out. I realized that it was not an accident. You know what I mean, I don't know. Just imagine, you know, living in the city for almost 16 years and you see, you know, they're bringing it down, you know what I mean? I don't know how to express it, you know what I mean? It was such a horrible thing to happen.
Miguel Adrover es compromiso, es renovación, es fuerza mística que se levanta por encima de los versos para reinventarse. Recibe hoy el homenaje de South 36-32N por su talento indiscutible y su compromiso, que le ha llevado en pleno siglo XXI a abrazar el mensaje ecológico y social de una firma, Hess Natur, que aspira a hacer historia.
Nací en la época de Franco, tengo 40 y casi 4 ahora, bueno, en diciembre. Y para mí fue una lucha muy grande el poder pues, expresarme a través de la ropa pues, como yo me sentía. Y a través de eso pues, sufrió el rechazo, mi familia sufrió el rechazo por el resto de la población y también hasta mis primos no les dejaban ni siquiera venir a jugar conmigo a casa, porque decían que era un bicho raro. Y me mudé a Estados Unidos en el año 90 o 91 y no fui allí sin ningún tipo de ambición ni de ganas de hacer nada que estuviera relacionado con la moda. Simplemente visité Estados Unidos, que no era muy simpatizante de América antes de visitarlo, ¿no? Visité Nueva York y encontré una ciudad que el individualismo era lo que realmente pues, marcaba el ritmo de la ciudad.
الله أكبر الله أكبر
have my the notes that I took from the very first time I met him. It was in 2000, and he was seated right here. Can I show you my notes? Some of my favorite ones, at the time in 2000, there were a lot of talk about the difference between fantasy fashion and reality, and I think that's what he was talking about here. He said, nothing is more scary than reality. And that just blew my mind, and I think he's right. But I think in fashion, when people think of reality, it's more like real clothes for real people. It's not what he saw in reality.
He called me. He was like, oh, I just walked down the street and they were emptying out Quentin Chris's apartment, and I took apart his mattress, and I'm back in the house, in the apartment, making a coat. And he's like, and it smells so terrible, but it's so amazing. That, people were breaking out in rashes when they were making, like, the mattress was not, was not the most hygienic of things necessarily. And it's something he found on the street, but Miguel was like that. It was something that was this kind of, and it became, it's in the Met now. It's become an iconic piece because he had this vision. He, had also the nerve and the guts to go and take that mattress apart and turn it into a very beautiful, very editorial kind of, but also kind of poetic piece.
When I first heard about the mattress, I thought, oh yeah, the twill, but then of course I read some of Miguel's comments on it about the stains and that was the life. I thought, oh my God, it was stained, and he still picked it up, and so of course it became a little bit more mysterious to me how that could be transformed into a piece of clothing. And in my mind, fashion. How can you make something so plebeian, mundane, and vernacular and transform it into high fashion?
Armani revisiting the 80s, but very sweet nostalgia. I don't know. Once again, if we go with the 80s, like nothing else happened in the planet. Is Saint Laurent Pierre Cardin?
Oh yeah,
they're selling the own private collection.
Yes, I'll put on auction all their art, the art that they possess. So sad.
Well, I don't know if you say it, but somebody said, like, we only here and you only have things, to borrow, enough for the time. And when you die, that things go back to the people, no?
Yeah.
But even all the things that, the little things that I collect in all my life, what's gonna happen with that? I guess you cannot take it with you. ¿Cómo estamos? Salud.
Salud, Rey.
¿Sabes qué voy a hacer? Tendré que venir a pagar luego porque no tengo cambio. No tengo dinero ahora. Déjamelo mirar. A lo mejor tengo.
Sí.
¿Qué son? ¿Cuánto es?
Hi Michael, it's Luis. How are you? I was calling you, we wanted to talk about the t-shirt. I think you're in a meeting. Anyway, I'll try to call you later, or I'll try to call Sylvia to see if you're somewhere. Okay? See you.
It's not there again.
No era. But telefonare Silvia, Nancy.
Yeah, they're never there. We're gonna try to call Dylan in Turkey, to see how is the samples doing.
I think the best would be like when you get the pieces, you just send me an email, and if by that time you have a lot or something, you can maybe send it here, and then we bring it to Germany. So like Miguel's got the chance to see the pieces first before, because sometimes when they got there straight away, then if you don't explain it or something, they don't.
Opinion about it,
they react before we go, so then they don't like it or
they
something.
have their own opinion before we see it ourselves.
Lift your head a little bit. Ja, das ist sehr schön. Ganz großartig. Okay. Und nochmal ein bisschen Beinstellung, so leichtes Spiel. Genau, Standbein, Spielbein ein bisschen auf. Okay. Diesen, ja.
Let's just see what it looks like, and if it looks good, we'll put it. The clothes look nice, no? Well, I think I'm very happy, and everybody likes it so much. They say it's kind of like a new, it's the soul of Hess Natur, you know what I mean? But it's a new silhouette, you know what I mean? So sophisticated, a little bit somehow.
But it will be hard to sell.
Huh? It'll be hard to sell. Well, let's see, but it doesn't matter if it's a new silhouette, you know what I mean? Cuando ellos me contactaron, yo era totalmente naif a relación quiénes eran ellos, ¿no? No había oído nunca el nombre, ni sabía que existían, compañías ecológicas. Me imaginaba que sí, ¿no? Pero a un nivel, pues, mucho más de que hacían camisetas o cosas de estas, ¿no? Pero ellos son bastante radicales en este aspecto, ¿no? Y claro, cuando yo leí, pues, la biografía de ellos, de cómo habían empezado, que hacía 34 años y todo, pues, realmente despertó mi interés, ¿no? Y en ese mismo momento yo estaba con Tommy, ¿sabes? Hablando con ellos para un trabajo de...
¿Eso fue cuándo? O sea, ¿qué año fue? Más o menos.
Pues hará ahora 2 años, más o menos, 2 años y medio, sí. No tengo ningún miedo. Yo a elegir dejar, por ejemplo, de negociar con Tommy y tirarme de cabeza con Hess Natur, pues fue una decisión que muchísima gente se lo hubiera pensado un montón de veces, ¿no? Porque, claro, para mi carrera y todo, pues era un riesgo muy fuerte, ¿no? El irme con una compañía de catálogo y un poco como de doña, ¿no? Casi todo. Now is all these crazy silhouettes, you know what I mean? Is all these crazy silhouettes about Arabs, balloons, you know what I mean, like drip like that. We think, you know what I mean, like maybe for a client, because she's a little big, you know what I mean, over here, it's not Arab, you know what I mean? Put your pockets out, just leave your pockets out. Do you like it? I love it. No.
Don't you think it's a problem? Like, I'm not
small-waisted, and I'm size 46. And I have to use this.
Then you should go on a diet.
No, he have a pants underneath and everything. But I think all the silhouettes, they are out there, they are big, you know what I mean?
You want to try?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, please. I want you to try. Yeah, yeah.
Das ist an mir schon so schwierig.
No, se puede más que si no se queda con la madre, no.
We can think about to differ between what we take as a catalog and what we produce as a showpiece collection for the press. For the press.
For the
or,
press,
or,
yeah.
or the shop. But
No,
okay.
no. Because the thing is like, Wolf, it's very difficult, you know, to please the press and to please the customer. I really don't know how to do it because everything, if you look on the stitch and everything, now everything is Arab, you know what I mean? And everybody's wearing it. I done that 3 years ago, you know what I mean?
Too early.
Too early. But now I know, it's like that, but I know a customer, she is a little big here, but she look beautiful, you know. Oh no, no. Really?
Also ich glaube,
Where is the mirror?
ich habe es mir schlimmer vorgestellt.
I like.
Do you think you look bad? You don't see it?
42. Size 42.
No, these don't look at the size, look at the style. But I don't know.
Das liegt nicht an der Hose im Gott.
You have a pant underneath.
Klar, eine Hose.
But now it's all these balloon shapes, you know what I mean? Everything is like that, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm not the type for
this kind of pant.
pant.
But you wear another pants underneath now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a different story.
If we do this drop, we do it in this group because Culture Mix is very extraordinary. And
Yeah.
it's bad. I think Culture Mix is the best group for the press.
Yeah, for the press, yeah.
Not Nature Leisure.
No, but I think this one, for example, if you do it for puristic, with a nice pullover, can look very beautiful too, you know what I mean? Huh? For a lady.
nice wall,
It's just the way we interpret it, you know? But we cannot close our eyes or saying like, you know, if we don't do something like that, what we do is just straight pants, you know? We can do it too, but it's already everywhere.
Ich würde es nicht tragen.
Mostro y la barba. Y la barba.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien. No
Vengo
me
de
saques la
Alemania.
cámara que me sacáis muy feo.
¿Qué dices? ¿Está feo yo?
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa? No, vengo de Alemania, de curro.
Y yo salí ayer del calabozo.
¿Qué dices?
Vino
No sé.
un hijo puta.
¿Solo por estar por aquí?
Un hijo puta que vino y dijo que yo le había rayado el coche.
Ah, sí.
Y me llevaron 8 horas, estuve allí, ¿no, tío?
¿En San Fernando?
No, en la Policía
Ah,
Nacional.
Nacional. Y yo estaba en San Fernando. Son más hijos de puta los de San Fernando que la Nacional. Niño, me voy a llegar a casa que estoy cansado.
Front, yes. Front is too much. Back, less than front. Okay, I will fix
You
it.
think we can do it? You don't wanna...
Yeah, we can do it. Will be
You don't-
better. Then I can make it this part proper way.
Okay.
This pocket?
I love that. No, I love it. Huh?
What is this
I-
pocket?
Yes.
Hello.
No,
Look at this pocket.
That's really
Huh?
Cep bulundu istiyor musun?
That's a great pocket. You don't get to steal money from that. You know, my mother just made me, on my underwear, just made me little pocket. When I used to go to London when I was 14, they just sew me a fake pocket inside of the underwear to put my money. You know, but that kind of things, you know, they're a little special, you know. Tonight we want to go to that transsexual bar. This transsexual bar.
Those I don't know, Miguel.
No, I know.
I'm
No,
not erasing
but
that.
let me tell you, is this place is so... No, but doesn't matter. No, don't listen to me before. Is this place there is this old cafe, then it go like cab drivers, and it's not sex or anything, you know what I mean? It's just like, look like the old transsexuals go there.
When I met him, it's from the friend of mine, you know, and then he told me Miguel wanted to do one collection, he need people help, you know, and then I was thinking, oh, maybe I can help do a little bit. I'm not thinking I'm going to do everything, you know. And then when I met him and he showed me all the sketch, he talked to me about his thinking, you know, about his thinking to do the show, to be a good collection, you know, and he thinking he think he would be very good in the fashion, you know. And I was thinking, oh my God, he had no money, he had no space, you know, he had no studio. How can I do, you know?
We were really young, we were just kind of doing it. Like I said, he didn't have any money and he was living in the basement and all his friends were coming from Mallorca to help him. And at that time, Lee McQueen was like kind of helping him get shoes in, and like this whole other like part of it where he had this kind of establishment that was helping him on the side, but we were living in this, he was living in this little basement, tiny basement studio, like no lights, like constantly flooded. Like you go down, it was raining, we'd be standing in rain up to our ankles. But it was really an overnight transition that we were, you know, in this basement cave ashram. And then the next time we're doing it, it's for a giant multi-billion-dollar corporation that has all these people that want things from you, and all of a sudden, you know, you're doing interviews all the time. He wasn't able just to concentrate on his vision of the collection as much as he had to go do all these other things and kind of play this other game.
Let's see if we can do this one.
We went up to Rockefeller Center, and three of us, his friend Sebastian, went into a room, and they, you know, were kind of discussing, we're going to offer you a certain amount of money. And I remember the textures. I remember Miguel and Sebastian were both in jeans because I had my hands under the table and I was just trying to, as they were going to tell us how much they were going to offer us as a contract, I was kind of squeezing onto their legs to indicate, just don't say anything, don't make a face. And I think we all were a little bit like that. They left the room and then they came back in again and they said whatever the amount was, and we all just kind of kept very quiet and we're like, okay, that sounds, I think, good. We're gonna go away for a moment. And it was like holding on to, I mean, it's hard to describe now with so much time passed, but it was like a bubbling, we were like children.
Maya behind Aces.
Said Bloomingdale's Fashion, SVP Cal Rettenstein. It hit that point where fashion and art collided with each other. Very creative, very sophisticated, very international. Miguel, that's like the perfect thing they could have said. The perfect. And that's only Fashion Wire Daily. That's only that. New York Times hasn't. Yeah, he's here. We just watched a video. If there was a switch, I don't think it was 9/11 that switched it. I think the switch began after the financing and Miguel started doing collections that were very, they were very different. There was a real theme, and when the theme, when he traveled to Egypt and the theme started to go that way, some people responded really well, and other people, it just wasn't their thing. I think 9/11, from a financial standpoint, definitely affected the emotions of September 11th, not business, whatever. I think people were so shooken. A lot of people wanted to stop and sort of reflect. And he just kept going. He was frustrated that people were sort of giving up.
I did everything I could to help Miguel. I went to see Renzo Rosso personally of Diesel because I thought they would be a perfect fit together. I don't know if anything ever came of that. And there was two other people who I don't want to say their names because it was supposed to be private, who I said, here is somebody you can with real talent. But it's difficult because he is not, I don't think, prepared to fit in with a corporate structure. I mean, I may be wrong, but that's how fashion has become now. There aren't many independents. And even the Diesels of this world have become corporate. I think the fact that Martin Margiela walked away from his own business tells you a lot. People with a real individuality, it's hard to place them.
I think that Miguel is someone who, in the context of London or any of the European cities, might have been more easily understood. He was certainly recognized here, but that's different from being understood.
I know this. Me in Paris, when I used to work for Lee, for Givenchy, we still only had sardines to eat. Just me getting out of the train, from London to Paris. Well, that's kind of crazy. I remember when McQueen came down here with me. We just spent a lot of time together. And he bring his own clothes and I just do a photo shoot, with a friend of mine, Joan. Somebody was hanging the girl. That's me and Lee here in the village. It was a nice picture. That's me. This is New York. That night's out. So many memories. And this is not even half of what I have of pictures, that I've been collecting all my life. Look at that, that's me too. And that's me too. And that's me. That's me too. And that's me too. And that. And even that.
But New York Fashion Week opened in a somber mood. One of the lights of their sparkling world had gone out, and the thought on everyone's mind was a life without Alexander McQueen, one of the pioneers of his time.
It's just such a loss in the fashion world. It's just a really, really tragic day in the fashion world today. Absolute shock. Absolute shock. Yeah, what an amazing, talented man.
And now the fashion world moves on. The loss of McQueen will hit home instantly as fellow groundbreaking designers premiere their latest collections in New York and later London and Paris.
That's it, the fashion industry. You don't know anything. Every time he come to New York, we staying in the Merce Hotel on the Four Seasons, and he just spend all the time in the basement with me. I don't have no even, a window or anything. And I remember one day was Anna Winter outside, with I don't know if it was Marian Greenberg, with my PR. It was his PR by the moment, waiting outside. I don't know. We went through a lot.
Waiting outside for you to come.
No, for him to go for a meeting, and he was not getting out. I wish I was there for him. Yeah. I would say Lee has been one of the more influential people on myself, on this business. Not because of the style, because my style or his style is very different, I am much more into politics, and my clothes is much more, I would say, not that extravagant, even there's a lot of work on it, but his energy and his background, and everything, I feel so connected. And I feel a bit lost, I feel an emptiness. say, you know, I live on a basement, you know, for almost 12 years, you know, here in New York. No windows, no daylight, no anything. If probably, you know, if nothing happened to me, you know, it probably will be a different story, you know, than how I see the city and everything. But the city gave me a voice, you know, and it let me express myself. And when the truth, you know, when I'm crossing the Williamsburg Bridge or any other bridge and going to Manhattan, it's just this feeling that I got my thoughts of my brain, you know what I mean, out on the papers, you know, and it's been such a incredible experience, you know, to be able to share, you know, what you experience in your life, you know, in different cultures in different countries and everything, and here give you the opportunity to bring it out. Do you know Eve? Who? Eve.
Eve?
Yeah. He's a big guy. We got him.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, but a lot of people left me away.
Sorry?
A lot of people left me away.
Already today, right?
Yeah, already today.
Okay. But he normally is parking down there, right?
Yes, it is.
And Ralph, he's telling he has a blind eye.
No.
No,
I
you
didn't
don't
see
know.
him today here.
All right, then. Thank you, man. Ralph. Ralph.
Oh, how are you? Oh, nice to see you. You're here from Europe?
Yeah.
That's how
Hi,
I-
baby.
You know where she's at over there.
He's there?
Yeah.
My God, I've been going out of my fucking mind trying to reach her.
No, she has a different number.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Good as usual.
No.
See you
No,
later.
45. Well, give me a second.
40
you know.
what?
Where is down there? He down there?
Right over there.
Miguel! Miguel!
No, no, be here. Oh. I got mistaken for this place.
Are you doing a show?
No.
What are you doing?
Coming to see you. You right?
This is Miguel Adrover, one of the greatest designers we've ever lived. This is my friend, Miss Presley. Oh, baby, I love you. My old friend. Miguel was so wildly wonderful. He took the Burberry coat and turned it inside out and had the runway screaming. I mean, they were hollering. It was all in the Times. He was just that fabulous.
Now listen, I gotta donate tomorrow the Burberry raincoat for the Metropolitan Museum, and I need a box or something to put it inside, a garment bag, old one, whatever. If it's an old garment bag, dirty, I'll even better.
Let me see if I can. Let's see if I have one. I must.
Don't worry. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's perfect, isn't it? That'll get the job done. Ralph says it's free.
No.
Yes, he does. I'll go to the museum to see it. Proudly.
I hope it together. But we never done it.
Saturday, Fashion Week here in the museum. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Always. Without you,
Hi, friend.
it's not the same.
Yo, broad is here.
And I can see it now in a very different perspective, you know. But don't get me wrong. I will pay the same kind of money that I'm paying for this room to be on the basement right now. So that was one of my biggest loss that I ever have, you know, to be able to go down. It's the only way to be able to analyze when you're not forming part of anything or taking sizes. But that means loneliness. So lonely. It's too emotional for me, this, you know. Yeah. People getting so a part of reality that I don't know how to come back. Hungry.
Hi.
I miss it. Good night, eh?
Night.
Okay.
Hey, Miguel, how are you? Good to see you.
My God, you guys are preparing?
Yeah, we're preparing for a show.
I'm going to the Memorial for Lee for McQueen in London.
Oh, on the
because
20th, I'm going to be
remember
there.
the first time we meet, it was with Lee, with McQueen here. We went to see, we came to see the archives.
Oh, I don't
Do you
remember that.
that.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, funny.
I opened the door. And I came here with Lee, first time.
Oh, interesting, because that was when he was at Givenchy?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, please. And my God. And, you know...
And you've had it all this time?
I have it all my time.
Uh-huh.
I have it, it came from here on my hand luggage, to Mallorca. And I have it in my closet there into now. But, I think, you're gonna get, the man gonna get like the three, for most significant icon pieces, from my work, on a sense of like, a customizing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I think, it belongs to the city, somehow.
And then these three need to be signed. They're from our registrar's office. It
Okay.
just says the museum received them.
Okay.
One copy is for you.
Okay, great. On the bottom here.
On your name.
Over here, sorry. It reminds me of Pegasus when I used to have this big corporate, I used to sign with the full name like my dad. But it came to one point there were so many papers on the table that I said, okay, no.
And you can hold on to one copy.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for taking care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
Esta noche no voy a rogarte. Esta noche te vas de veras. Qué difícil tratar de olvidarte sin sentir que tú ya no me quieras. Nada me han enseñado los años. Siempre caigo en los mismos errores. Otra vez a brindar con extraños y a llorar por los mismos dolores. Tómate esta botella conmigo. En el último trago me besas. Esperamos que no haya testigos por si acaso te diera vergüenza.